which I teach here. The aim is to lead you into having a very calm and peaceful mind. When the mind is calm and peaceful, first of all, can you all hear okay? In the back, could you put your hand up if you can hear okay? Okay. It's important to have a calm and peaceful mind. There's still a few more coming in. Because when the mind is calm and peaceful, when it's still, that's when you can see things as they truly are. Just like a simile of a lake. If there's even a small number of ripples on the surface of the lake, it can never reflect the full moon and the stars perfectly. There'll always be some distortions in the image. That's the same way with the mind. When there's any ripples in it, you find it cannot actually see things clearly. But as the mind becomes more and more calm, more and more still, its power to have insight, to have strong mindfulness increases. So you begin to see more, to be able to feel more deeply, be able to understand further. So the purpose of meditation is in order to get the mind to be still, so that you can actually see the truth of things. But it's getting the mind to be still is one of the hardest things for the human being to do. A lot of times because we try to make the mind still. You can imagine what would happen. I'll just use the simile of the water. It's one of the common similes which I use to show people the importance of stillness and how stillness is achieved. So when I have a glass of water, if I'm going to keep, there we go. If I'm going to keep this glass of water still, if I can hold it and concentrate and focus, I will find I will never be able to keep this water still. There'll always be some movement. And in fact, the more that I try, the more it moves. But of course, you all know the easy way to keep water still is actually to put it down, to let it go, to leave it alone. And then it becomes still all by itself. And that's actually what we do with the mind. To be able to learn how to let go, not to get involved, to be aware without reacting to this mind of ours. And if we can do that, the mind becomes still, all by itself. It becomes a very pleasant and very profound experience, as you just watch to see how this mind could actually become very peaceful and very still. So during the next 9 days, I'm going to lead you into these skillful means to encourage you and help you let go, and to watch that when you get out of the way, when you stop doing the meditation, when you stop controlling things, the mind becomes still, all by itself. Generally speaking, to let go of all wanting. It's one of the reasons we have a retreat in a simple place like this. Here you don't have to worry about your bills, you don't have to worry about the economy, you don't have to worry about your work, you don't have to worry about the food. Everything is laid on for you here. It's like a resort. When we first built this place, the disciples from Penang and Singapore and Malaysia, they would actually say there's only one thing missing from this place, and that's a golf course. Because they liked it as a resort. But it's comfortable because it means you have nothing to complain about. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to fix. It's all pretty perfect. And so by making it like this, the ability of your mind to want this and want that is taken away. We're trying to let go of all this wanting and all this controlling. There's a very powerful little statement which I like to repeat, which is that when you want something more, you cannot enjoy what you already have. It is the wanting which stops us being at peace with things. It's the wanting which stops us enjoying this moment. And it's the wanting which stops us actually investigating and seeing what this moment truly is. And so, another way of putting it is that we're meditating here to stop all wanting, so that we can really become peaceful and still. It is the wanting which disturbs the mind, which creates the waves and the ripples in the mind. And of course, when you're here, you don't want anything materially, everything is supplied to you. But we have not just ordinary materialism, we have what sometimes we call spiritual materialism. And spiritual materialism is wanting to get peaceful, wanting to see lights, wanting to become enlightened, and all this stuff which is just a reflection of the way many people live in the world. They want to get on in the world. They want to achieve things. They want to get sort of degrees, distinctions. But here, please don't transfer that way of thinking to your meditation. Your meditation is not to achieve something, not to get some attainment you already have, or you haven't, sorry, so you can show it up to your friends. It's what my teacher used to say again and again. He said, we meditate not to attain things, but to let go of things, to see how much we can be still, how much we can empty out, how much we can be peaceful. Because every time you want something more, whether it's a wonderful thing you want, but you want something more, it means you're not at peace. You're agitating your mind. You're disturbing the whole process. So part of this training, this practice here, is learning to notice just how all this wanting, what the Buddha called craving, leads to so much suffering. So one of the first basic teachings for this whole retreat is there are two types of meditation. And for those of you who think I'm talking about samatha vipassana, no. The two types of meditation which I love to teach are called Second Noble Truth meditation and Third Noble Truth meditation. And this is using the Buddha's Four Noble Truths, a very basic teaching of Buddhism. The second Noble Truth is that craving leads to suffering. So if you're suffering in your meditation, you're not having any peace or happiness or contentment, if your meditation is a struggle, you have just been doing Second Noble Truth meditation. It's the wrong type of meditation. If you're struggling and suffering, disappointed, bored, restless, and you're suffering, it means because you're wanting something. You're craving. It's called Second Noble Truth meditation. Third Noble Truth meditation is when you let go of craving. It leads to Nibbana. That's basic Buddhist teachings, Third Noble Truth. So if you can let go of craving, let go of wanting, you'll find it leads to this beautiful sense of peace and freedom and happiness. This is what meditation is supposed to lead to, and you're experiencing that. So whenever you have a peaceful, calm meditation, please remember, well done, you have just been doing Third Noble Truth meditation, letting go of craving. It leads to peace. It's quite obvious when it's pointed out to you that all of the agitation, all of the suffering of your life all comes from wanting something. And what more do you want? In meditation, instead of actually following craving and just see what you can achieve and what it feels like when you achieve it, we go in a totally different direction. Stop all this wanting to achieve things. Instead of wanting to go somewhere or get somewhere, see what it's like just being here. Because if you want something, you're not here. You're looking into some future, some fantasy, some idea of really what you want to get. And you don't really know what that is. For a lot of times, I sort of tease Buddhists, especially Western Buddhists. What are you a Buddhist for? What are you trying to get from being a Buddhist? You're trying to get to enlightenment, nirvana. If that's what you're aiming for, have you got a clue what nirvana is? Do you really want to get to nirvana? It's like getting on a bus, not knowing what the destination is. Would anyone do that? It may turn out to be not a nice place, and they wasted all this time. But You're only doing it on trust of other people saying Nirvana is a great place to go to. And no one knows what it is, except a rock band. Actually, there is a hairdressing salon, sort of in Como, called Nirvana Hairdressing Salon. But that's actually where I get my hair done. But that type of idea is just another form of wanting and craving, wanting to get somewhere. And what really the Buddha meant by Nibbana is actually the end of craving, just being here. And just for a change, having no wants, no craving, no desires, nothing to attain, no place to go, nothing more to get, and just seeing what you already have, and learning how to be at peace and fully content with what you already have right now. That's called meditation. If you